Hello and welcome to this video series where we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. This time we will have a look at Wheelly-000 or 000 or whatever you want to call it by Owlracle. You wake up in your module without notifications. Something's wrong. You have no connection to the local network. You have no information about what happened. You have to go through the engine room where you woke up and reach the control room to ask the captain what's going on. And I already downloaded the game, and with that, well, let's jump into it. And here we are. You wake up in your pod without notifications. Something is wrong. Alright, we had that. You can walk around. Yeah, and that's a bit weird here. So you have W and Z to move forward. Which is because it was probably programmed on AZERTY keyboard, which is the French keyboard. And use AQ to turn left, D to turn right. So, yeah. So it's probably doesn't have strafe, so that you are not breaking from the AZERTY keyboard, that you're not double using the A key. So this basically means that with Q and with A, you're turning left, because the one is the usual US or German keyboard, and E is not turning, but D is turning right. It's a bit weird, but yeah. To interact with objects or enemies, move towards it. So we only use WASD basically. Alright. But that also means that we don't, we can't use the arrow keys. Okay. So what's immediately apparent here is that the tile size is very small and that we are very high up, and we have to use to do a lot of very small steps here. This next section might be a little bit, yeah, might be interesting. Like, is this one tile or is this two tiles? I think this is just one tile. Yeah, I think the perspective is not very much at the front of the tile, but rather back. But because the tile size is so small, it feels like we are very high up. Yeah, we are in the middle of the tile. So the perspective is fine. We see a lot of the left and right wall. But we are very high up because the tile size is so small, and so that the proportions are a bit off in that regard. If the tile size was wider, we also had, or bigger, we also had more in front of us, right? So yeah, I think it will work, but that's something which is something very apparent right away. Regarding moving, it's queuing up commands and it's very fast, so it feels like, yeah, it takes a little bit, like when you're going to the next tile and you're turning, it feels like there is a little bit of a delay, and then you quickly turn around. And this is probably because the animation there has a very in comparison with the whole movement, the slowdown, the fade out, the smoothness at the end is maybe taking a little bit too long, and therefore the spinning then comes very sudden. But overall, I mean, the movement is fine, so there I don't have any complaints there. The perspective, I think the tile size is too small, and that would correct that, but that's not something you can easily like fix. Okay, there's an enemy. Yeah, let's try to kill that one. I guess we can. I'm not sure what we're doing here. To interact, move towards it, and it's the A single energy tank is used for both attack and defense. Attacking consumes energy, blocking successfully regenerates energy. You die when your energy tank is empty. Watch your energy bar. Left click to attack enemies consumes energy. Right click to activate the force field, restores energy in case of parry. Press R to consume 1 healing cell. Okay, so we have R. And by the way, you can't move back, which is probably also because of the French keyboard. But I'm not sure. But this is something which is, yeah, it's a bit bothering. I'm not sure if that was very useful. So left click to attack and right click to defend. We can't use anything, and it's also a bit weird because usually you have a cursor if you can use the mouse. But yeah, okay. We need to bump forward. We need to bump forward to initiate the combat, basically, and then we can attack. It's very weird. And shouldn't have this increased our energy? I don't quite get how this is working yet, but we will see. I don't think we need to kill them. I mean, this one is obviously... okay, and as soon as our energy is done, we are dead. I don't quite get it still. And I also don't get it why these things are not doing anything. Okay, we have this in the bottom left corner, so we can use them probably to restore our energy. Let's try to defend next time when we have some enemy. Some enemy which we actually need to kill. I don't see any reason... Oh, okay, I think I found an issue with controls. Yeah, let me just leave again. But I need some... Okay, this should be good enough. So, we cannot hold the key to move forward, but it seems to have an unlimited queue maybe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... No, it doesn't. One, two, three, right. No, 1, 2, 3, right. No. No, I thought that it's queuing an unlimited amount, but it doesn't. It's fine. It's just what I mentioned before, that this delay and then turning, that's kind of gives this swing to it. But it's okay. Alright, so not sure where we need to go. This is where we are coming from. We just ran in a circle, basically. There's an enemy. I mean, there are plenty of enemies, but if we don't need to kill them, I want to avoid that. Because in the end, that's all energy. Okay, let's try and kill that one. Okay. That works surprisingly well, actually, once you know how to use that. So because there is this... what do you call that? Yeah, let's kill that guy. Yeah, there's some telegraphing, so Basically, they are already showing what they're going to do, so we can't do anything here, right? No, I don't think we can. Oh, but we can get ourselves stuck, apparently. So hitting enter apparently breaks the game. Yeah, now I can't use anything anymore. Nah, that's a shame. Okay, I need to restart the game then, 1 second. Wheelly-000. Alright. I should be back in just a second. Here it is. Yeah, it was saying in the description, enter to quit, which is also a bit weird. But I also don't know how we actually use this energy thing. I mean, we might not even need to use it, so... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If these are actually things you can use. But I guess so. Yeah, now would be a good time to use them. I think it was E to use them, no? R? R, it's R. Okay, but they're almost doing nothing. Okay. So these energy things are almost pointless. Mm-hmm. One, two. 1, 2, and that, okay. Huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. The fight is actually quite engaging, so for a real-time fight, I think that's not bad. For the jam environment, though. I don't know, like for for a commercial game, it might be a bit tough. What's that? Not sure, we can't do anything here. And I don't want to press enter. Uh-huh. Huh. I think these are some very big tubes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Huh. Do I really need to make a map here? I mean, this is where we are coming from, but this is quite a long path now. And it seems to be relatively linear. Ah, there's another one. I think we had that before. Oh, okay. So instead of clicking enter, I should have just clicked the left mouse button and then it's through. Okay. Wheelly-000, thank you for playing. Credits coding. Abatelo graphism. Okay. Owracle. Sound effects, sound, Nox sound, robot sounds factory, Vincent T. Go check them on the Unity store. Okay. Total enemies killed, 10 of 13. Total energy cells picked up, 7 out of 8. Alright, let's just start again so that I have something in the background to show. Alright, so to go over the usual points I make for each game. As mentioned before, the perspective is okay. I think it would have been better if the tile size was bigger. And that would automatically put the perspective further down and not so high up, that you might see more, or actually might see the floor you're standing on, but that's not really necessary. But right now it's a bit, yeah, very high, and because the tile size is so small. Regarding the controls, I mean, yes, I think that French keyboard thing is something the developer made because of jam restrictions and because there wasn't more time for a proper implementation. But so obviously you should have S to move back, one step back. That should be in. And yeah, the turning. So the movement otherwise feels fine. I think it feels, as I mentioned, that it's like a bit rubbery. So that when I move forward and turn, it feels like it's accelerating too much, and this is probably the due to having a smooth out and smooth in, which is somehow, yeah, taking quite a bit of time within these time frames, and that makes it feels like you fling to the other side. So, but both is good, it's just not perfect. The content here, I mean, could have been more. I think that was a bit short and not a lot of context. Content, maybe a couple more like texts or a puzzle or something like, or you need to pull a lever somewhere to open a door somewhere, something more engaging than just to follow a path and kill some enemies. Regarding the art, I think that was pretty good. I mean, that was we are on some kind of spaceship, right? And see the I mean, it's obviously not the most beautiful spaceship here. And we have only like pipes on the wall, but generally I think the graphics were fine, robots were fine. We have this futuristic sword thing. It's also not the greatest, but I think it's a for a jam game. It's fine. The sound was also, I mean, this background music thing, this ambient track is nice. We have footsteps. We have this roboter sound, which is maybe a bit yeah, a bit monotonous, but yeah, it's also okay. I mean, I'm not complaining here. It's just also not like in the top tier, but it's fine. And the theme implementation was interesting, so that you have this energy, which at the same time, actually, that's kind of a triangle, right? Because that's your hit points, it's your energy for attacking, and it's your energy well, kind of energy for defending, or with defending you get the energy back. So the combat was kind of an interesting spin to the game. Yeah, that was definitely something I haven't seen in that form yet. How you start combat and engage the enemy. That was a bit weird though. So you need to press space first to start the combat, and then you click left mouse button to attack and right mouse button to put up the shield. Even though mouse is not visible, it feels like at the beginning like, okay, this game doesn't use mouse, and why should you then use the mouse to attack and defend? So that was a bit odd. But besides of that, combat was a nice new thing in the game. So that has been Wheelly-000 by Owracle and sorry, I forgot the other name and I can't access it anymore, and it's also not mentioned on the page. Maybe that's something which could be mentioned on the page to give all proper credit. Yeah, that's that. But you can scroll back if you want to find out the other name, other names, people who are involved in this. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Yeah, I went through all the points. So if you want to check out the game, you will find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page. And if there's any patch for that game, you can also, or any updated version, of course, you can also play that. Right now, at the moment when I'm recording that, which is around end of April, these have not been available yet, but I have to play the release version, or the initial version which was sent into the jam as a judge. So, but you might already find an updated version, and if you're interested in seeing more videos about the jam, you can also check the playlist down there with all the entries I did so far. And you can also subscribe to the channel to not miss any new videos. And with that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.